races, but go there and watch the game. I'll mute now.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Southwest NASCAR Series live stream. Today is race 14 of the 20 race schedule. It is the Southwest NASCAR Series from Martinsville Speedway, and that is going to be interesting to say the least. Before we do, let's take a look at the point standings for the Sim Series. Currently on top of the field coming into today's race by about 208 points is the number 54 of Coaster Enthusiast, who maintains the same spot. There we go. And then second place is Emily Winters in the number 15. Actually, okay. No, not up. He's the 54 isn't up by 208 points. That was wrong. The 54 is only up now by approximately 119 points, which is extremely feasible for the 15 to overcome today, but that is if she is able to stay ahead of Pace and Avery, because they are only 8 points apart now. Payson picking up third place after the last race. Sharon Kyle fourth. Sam Blaney fifth. Creeper Phillips sixth. Matt Wynn seventh. Ad is eighth. Adrian Moley ninth. Ben Pierce 10th. Dean P 11th. Max Weisner 12th. George Uriarte 13th. Cole McElmoyle 14th. Winter Wolf 15th. Matt Niles 16th. Ryan Boyer 17th. And then Garrett Shima 18th. Flash McClashing 19th. Carlos Tavares 20th. Robot Spider 21st. Ben Navarro 22nd. Chris Ganaban 23rd. Matt Banswicki 24th. Brian Anders 25th. James Youngman 26th. Brandon Delpino 27th. Muse Better 28th. Grand Ninja Talonflame 29th. And 30th on the starting grid today is Parker. Or at least point standings. Not the starting grid. But now that we've got everything taken care of, I just got to quickly change the rating values. But that is not NBNCS 2018. Hold on. I got to change the ratings before the start of this race real quick, just to, yeah, we'll go all bulk ratings, driver aggression. The driver aggression will be minimum of 0 and a maximum of 50 today because Martinsville. There. And then max will be 50, and that should put us set to go. And so you will see as I save the modifications to the standings here, that every single car is the same. That was a point of contention earlier in the season, but this is what it is. Sorry I didn't do this beforehand. I just forgot about it. And then, yeah. But this is the kind of stuff that usually takes place prior to the stream. But me being prepared today is not apparently a thing. So now we're set and ready to go. So let's get down to the racetrack here for race number 14 on the season. The championship. Martinsville, Virginia. It's a 0.5 to 6 mile racetrack. little more than half a mile. 54 takes off first. And he's sliding all over the place, and I think that's definitely going to be something to be expected from this race today, is a lot of sliding and issues from the drivers today. So,
Calling it 22 is getting the pole.
What?
I'm calling it the 22 is going to get the pole.
What? 22? Okay. I'm gonna bet. I'm gonna take a bigger bet and say the 18 gets the pole, since he seems to do that a lot. But I don't expect that many cars to finish this race. I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, no, we might get 15 cars.
And I expect whoever gets the pole to have a pretty good shot at winning it. Just saying.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be very similar to Sonoma race in that regard. We watched some side-by-side action here in practice.
That's what we're going to do from now on. We're going to take pole bets. I'll go even further and say I'm starting third.
Well, let's see how the field shakes out.
Drivers,
so let's go
to your
through
cars.
the starting order. On the oh, that's funny. You guys see your pole sitters?
It's the 22, isn't it?
Yep. The number 22, Sam Blaney, is
I
your
took a
pole
guess and
sitter.
also said I was third. I said I was third. Was I right on that one too?
Second place, well, the number 22 Duracell Toyota Camry starting on the pole for today, Sam Blaney in that car. And then the number 54 of Coaster Enthusiast starting second in the Caltrans Dodge Challenger. And then starting in third is the number 61 of Cole McElmoyle in the PPG Paints Chevrolet Camaro. Starting fourth is the number 18 of Dark Flame 1823 or Adrian Mobley. The M&M's Toyota Camry. Starting fifth is the number 44 of Reaper of Hope, the Apple Toyota Camry. And then starting in sixth, row 3, the number 42 of Brandon Delpino, the Clover Chevrolet Camaro. TNT_10 rolling off 7th, row 4 in the number 8 Geico Toyota Camry, and rolling off 8th is the number 77 of Flashy McFlashy in the Boring Company 77 Dodge Challenger. Then row 5, position number 9 is the 24 of George Uriarte, the Liberty University number 24 Chevrolet Camaro, and rolling off 10th today is the number 3 of Brian Enders, the Bang Energy Chevrolet Camaro. Then rolling off in 11th, row 6, the number 13 of Matt Finn, the Twisted T Ford Mustang, number 13. And then Winterwolf rolling off 12th in the 88 Mountain Dew Chevrolet Camaro. Row 13 sees the number 2 of Matt Vanswicki, the Mountain Dew Energy, or the Monster Energy Assault Ford Mustang. And then Light Yagami gonna roll off in 14th today in that Napa Auto Parts Toyota Camry. Robot Spider in the number 25 rolling off 15th. That is in row 8. The Starcom Fiber Chevrolet Camaro. And then rolling off 16th is the number 9 of the Scanaban, then the Valvoline Ford Mustang. Then we have the number 14 of Ryan Boyer rolling off in position number 17, row 9. That's the Haas Automation Ford Mustang number 14. And then gonna roll off in 18th in the Home Depot number 39 Chevrolet Camaro. Rolling off in 19th is the number 12 of Parker, the John Deere Ford Mustang. And rolling off 20th, row 10, is the number 26 of Matt Nile. Then in position number 21, row 11 is the number 11 of Ben Pine 1024. The Bass Pro Shop, number 11, Toyota Camry. And then to his outside position, number 22, starting today, is Garrett Schima in the Billings Gazette, number 27, Ford Mustang. Rolling off 23rd today, that's row 12, is the 78 of Greenwich Talonflame in the Mountain Dew Baja Blast Chevrolet Camaro, number 78. And then starting on the outside of him, the number 7 of Carlos Tavares in the Jet Blue Toyota Camry. And he pulls off in 24. 25th belongs to the 99 of James Youngerman, the Aflac Ford Mustang, rolling off in row number 13. And then next to him is the second place in points car, the 15 of Emily Winters, the IBM Chevrolet Camaro. Row 14 sees the 19 rolling off 27th, the Xbox One Challenger. 28th will be the one of Max Weiser, the Budweiser Chevrolet Camaro. 29th is Daytona 500 winner New is Better, the YouTube Ford Mustang, and running out of today.
Drivers, start
In
your
30th
engines!
is the number 5 of Jason Avery. Command to fire engines has been given. What's your predictions other than Wreckfest for today's race?
Oh, there's only a couple things certain at Martinsville Rex, and that the bottom lane is going to be dominant. If someone slides up even 2 or 3 inches, somebody's going to stick their nose in there and bump them up out of the track. There's no for sure way you can call a winner here today because no one ever knows. No one, every once in a while you'll see a dominant performance at Martinsville, but no one can go consistently for 500 laps, or in our case, 125 laps. So we'll just have to see. I'm just going to take a prediction, and I'm going to say someone near the front's going to win. I'm going to go with that 42 car here today. He's starting on the outside, but he's my pick to win today.
Green flag is in the air, and we're underway down into turn number 1. That 61 has a look. Car on the wall. They save it, but will they wreck behind? They're 3 wide off into turn number 3. And as they come off of 4, still clean and green. Contact there between the 11 and the 14. This is definitely going to be a point of contention early on in this race. And there's still some more contact, but still green here from the Martinsville Speedway. Off, down now into turn number 1. The battle for the race lead will be between the 61 and the 22. And there goes Felder to the inside. And down the back stretch they go. Cole McElmoyle will be your race leader coming off of turn number 4, but he's gonna have to find a way to keep it, to keep that car from cutting across the nose of the 22. As just like that, the 22 got to the inside on Cole McElmoyle. He smacks the outside wall, and actually we've got some cars around in the back, it would appear, and we have our first caution flag. First caution of the day. Let's see what happened to bring it out. As they head off down into turn number 1, it just seems that the 42 gets 3 wide and he just lost it. Gets into the outside wall, comes back across, and everybody's lucky to not hit him or take that much damage. So it looks like he'll be able to continue.
Well, there goes my pick. My pick to start this race already has heavy damage 4 laps into this thing. Just unfortunate circumstances there, It's just Martinsville racing. Just kind of steps out on, gets loose, and right into the wall.
Let's see if anyone came to pit road. I don't think that anyone did. here's a look at everybody as they got back together to line up behind the pace car. Seems that everybody got that all sorted out, and it does not appear that anybody came to pit road, so we'll be coming back to the green flag shortly as they cross the start-finish line this time. The 22 will still be your race leader. Lights still on atop that Dodge Challenger pace car. Now, something of interest is the fact that Coaster Enthusiast only 119 points ahead of second place. That means that he would have to finish. That would mean that he has to finish up front if he wants to keep the points lead. Otherwise, there's a quite real and tangible possibility that a car back here, like that number 15 who's chasing Coaster down in the point standings, could make it, end up winning this race and take the points lead away. Right now, the 54 is definitely in good position, currently scored as the 5th place car. 6th place, excuse me. But already a lot of right side damage to that number 54 machine. We'll see if that affects him in this race. Pace car makes the sharp left turn to pit road and will be coming back to the green flag this time as Sam Blaney leads your field to the green. And we'll see if the 44's got anything for him. Green flag, and we are back on our way. The 44 dropping to the inside. The 22 hits the outside wall, and Creeper of Hope sets sail for first place. And here comes CNP in the number 8 car, trying as the 22 got into the outside wall. And sliding all over this half-mile speedway is the entirety of the field. Sideways was the 9, but he gathered it back up and managed to save it. And they might be 3 wide up here, the 2 getting into the outside wall. A lot of action all over this racetrack. Coming off pit road after an oddly timed pit stop is the number 11 of Ben by 1024 as the 44 takes the race lead and sets sail here for Martinsville. That 11 car gonna possibly hold up the field here as they're side by side. Well, McElmoyle trying to take what, well, it's really hard to tell at this juncture of the race just because so much changes in each lap. But that 61 is actually trying to take the 4th position away from the 8, but the 8 gonna take the 3rd position back from Sam Blaney on the inside here. So the 44 leading laps as they head down the back straightaway. There's been 3 different leaders: Will McElmoyle, Sam Blaney, and Creeper of Hope. And Creeper of Hope has set sail, starting to gap that 24 car a little bit, but lap traffic definitely playing a factor, as is the outside wall, and that's going to be something that we have to talk about all night long, is how these guys are going to be able to keep their cars out of the outside wall if they want to even have a shot at winning. 3 wide back here, the 39 all the way on the inside for 9th, and in the wall, the 78 gets turned by the 12, but they save it. And that 78 car looks just like he's been racing at a short track. They're 3 wide again, but the 18 backed out of it for the time being. As they come through 1 and 2, 3 wide again. The 78 on the outside. 12 trying to come up the inside. He will get that position as they head down the front stretch here from the Martinsville Speedway. A lot of action all over the racetrack. There's just so much of it, I don't think we could possibly cover it all. The 44 continuing to lead here from Martinsville Speedway, and a bit of a cluster towards the back. 10 trying to get up the inside, and a caution has come out. The 42 gets into the outside wall, and I think someone else must have as well. We're back at our caution. The 44 is your race leader.
42 not having a good day. Once again bringing out a caution. It's just not his day here at Martinsville. I don't know whether he's just not a big fan of this racetrack or whether he's just not liking the people he's driving around, but he's having a rough day so far.
44 gonna take it down pit road, as is the 24. And this will put the 11 of Ben Pierce at the front of the field for this restart. The only other car on pit road for now is the 61, presumably damage repair. The 13 ducks to the surface of pit lane. That is everybody who came to pit road. Let's take a look at what brings out this second caution. Possibly the 15, maybe? Oh! The 13 got turned around. That would also explain why he's on pit road, but a very similar incident to what happens, it seemed, with the 42. The 13 just got loose going into turn 1. Thankfully, nobody hits him, but...
Obviously, we see these cars have a lot of downforce, so you just got to think, you know, without a downforce to go fast, you really need to take away some of that downforce and kind of be sliding around this place. Well, everyone's sliding. You just got to wonder, are they taking too much wedge out of it, or is the right front just, you know, not have enough air in it? Like, I don't know. These crew chiefs are really taking risks trying to get these cars faster than everyone else, and for some of these guys, like the 42 and the 13, these risks just aren't paying off. Sliding right to the outside wall.
Now, here's a question I pose to you, Bill. With the way that this race has been going, with the way this race has gone so far, do you and your team want to be out towards the front of this field early and have a shot at the race lead, or do you want to be towards the back? Try to avoid the wrecks.
Well, from what we've been seeing, the wrecks have come from the mid to back of that field. And yeah, some of the front runners, they've been hitting the wall, but that just comes with racing at Martinsville. So, I don't know. I'd say I want to be right up at that front, where that 22 of Sam Blaney is. He's just looked untouchable so far. Same with that 44. They've looked really good. As soon as they get out to that lead, no one can touch them. So, you know, obviously it's kind of smart to lay back, but at a track or in the back and try to avoid the wrecks. But for a track as small as Martinsville is, it's just not worth trying to lay back. And along with the fact that that's where the wrecks are happening, and you're trying to slow up, you could get run over from anywhere in this racetrack. So I'd rather be right up front, that 22 or 22 right now, and where the 44 was, they're sitting pretty up there in the lead.
Well, it'll be interesting to say the least to see how this restart goes. We've got a lap car on the inside and a tail end of the lead lap car on the outside. The leader is going to have to take a 3 wide if he wants to lead by turn 1. The 8 looking to the inside on Sam Blaney. He's not gonna quite get there. Sam Blaney, still your race leader through 3 and 4. And he'll have the lead that time by the start finish. But these lap cars definitely going to be playing a factor in the events and mishaps that occur during this race. 22 leads as they almost went 3 wide there for second. 11 officially scored as a lap down now once again. The 3 gonna try and get around the 11. Now he's 3 wide, and there is contact there with the outside wall as they head off into turn number 3. The 11, the 12 just gets to the inside, and the 3 is gonna slap that outside wall once again. And now Sam Blaney has his sights set on the lap car of Ben Navarro, that car owned by Light Yagami, as Sam Blaney opens up a bit of a lead over the 8. We'll see if pit strategy helps the 44, who fell back, and now he's going to be 3 wide here. Finds a way to the inside for now, but he'll be 3 wide again, maybe off of 4 with that 27. And now a car on the outside wall. That's the 78. No caution flag for that. They continue to run green flag racing here from the Martinsville Speedway. And now that 8 car trying to get around Ben Navarro. He wants to get up for the race lead here from Martinsville. Just not got the car right now to get around this 10 car, and that might be a bit of a story tonight. As we come back under the caution flag here from Martinsville. I'm willing to bet someone looped it in turns 1 and 2 once again. And this time, everybody comes to the service of pit road. Sam Blaney is in, DNP, Ben Pye, Coaster, and everybody is on pit road this time. And Ben Navarro is going to get a lap back here. And that will cycle the number 44 to the race lead, because he'll stay on the racetrack. The 22 getting pit service, and pit exit is closed. I think that the entire field here might actually have just gone a lap down under the caution flag. Maybe. Let's see. 22 wins your race off. Coaster will get E2. And then the 3 of Brian Anders third. The 12 fourth. The 88 fifth. The 78 sixth. The 25 seventh. The 39 eighth. The 15 ninth. And the 9 coming off in 10th. So that will shake some things up. But your race leader that time by the start-finish line will be this number 44 car. Well, let's take a look at what brings out our 3rd caution of the night. The number 26. Let's see how he gets into this turn. It just seems that as the night has gone on, some of these guys are losing control of their cars. As that 78 got to the inside on the 26, and you can kind of see the 26 starting to lose it as he goes into turn number 1, and that car just hooks and it just doesn't turn, and he finds himself on the outside wall once more. The 7 does a good job of getting around, but the 77 makes contact, and everybody else Well, the 5 got caught up. He's going to take a bit of a look into the outside wall there. And the 24 got a piece of this 26. But for the most part, it's been a bit of single file wrecks during this race. And under caution, on pit road, something happened with that 8 car. Because all of a sudden, the 8 comes off pit road with a ton of damage. We'll have to take a look at that later. We'll be coming to the green flag this time, and the 44, just like that 22, is all boxed in. Green flag, back in the air. We're back on our way from the Martinsville Speedway. Old Macamoyle is lurking just behind. That team took an early stop to get up towards the front of the field later in this race, and it seems to be working as Cole Macamoyle takes the race lead back. And it'll be 3 wide with 2 lap cars. The 8 and 11 get together, but Cole Macamoyle gonna have the line off down into turn number 1, or turn number 4 rather. And Cole Macamoyle is your race leader here from Martinsville Speedway.
61's had speed this whole race, just got stuck behind the pack with pit strategy, but early race, he qualified 3rd, and he's able to get up there, and he got the lead at one point in this race, so we know that 61's got some speed.
Well, we know that the bottom line is king here. But we've also seen that restarts have been a point of contention because of that. And so you gotta wonder how later on in this race, how guys are gonna do when their tires and their cars aren't handling as well as they would glued up just after a fresh run of pit stop. We'll have to see how that gets affected. Now we're under caution once again. See who brings out this caution flag. Presumably it's turn 1 and 2. We'll see. It's that 42 again. 42 lost it once again, and this time, 42 lost it all by himself.
What a rough day for that 42 squad. The crew chief's gotta be scratching his head, right? He doesn't know whether it's too loose and the back end keeps snapping out, or what, because every time they try to make an adjustment on that thing so that this wouldn't happen again, it happens again. So it's just a really bad weekend for that car.
Pit road was open and I didn't see any takers, but we do got some more lap cars gonna run up towards the front under this caution. Well, Macamoyle, your race leader, there won't be any lap cars starting directly in front of the leaders, but the lappers will take that inside lane, and as we were saying before, it's gonna become a talking point later in this race, as this race goes on, how well the field is going to do against lap cars having problems taking up the inside lane. And it seems that now we've got some lap cars that are going to go a lap down under the caution flag. This is going to be interesting because it looks like we've got some cars that are having issues getting set up to pace, and they're just kind of holding everybody up. So big chunk of this field, basically everybody behind this 77 car back in 19th is gonna lose a lap.
Just gotta wonder what that's all about, whether NASCAR saying that, they need to go a lap down, or what's going on here? Because I've never seen this before. I mean, that 61
really,
couldn't
really
get by
strange.
those lap cars.
And
Barely.
You almost wonder if somebody didn't run out of fuel.
Or the 1 and 15 stuck together or something, or like it's just.
Because they're just straight up stopped on the racetrack.
I've never seen this before. I do not understand what's going on. The 78. Oh, the 12's got dig damage now. That looks like the 1 and 15.
Every single one of them. Because the 77 is slow, the 1 is slow.
Yeah, this is strange.
And the leaders are going to be coming up against them as they take the green flag.
This is... Wow.
And they're still slow. Here they come to the restart. We'll see how this goes. Cole McElmoyle off into turn number 1.
Just gotta wonder what's going on there.
As they come off of 4. Every single one of them gonna come to pit road. Every single car.
So they had problems, I guess. That is strange.
Possibly tire issues. But there's a lot of cars that are about to go a second lap down on the racetrack because the race leader is right there. That is big for a lot of those guys, like a DNP, like a Ben Pierce, who are already a lap down, but will lose another lap, will get those spots free. That's just a really odd turn of events, and now the 61's got lap cars to get around.
That is extremely strange. I've never seen that happen before. You just gotta wonder what's going on with those cars, You
almost wonder if the race leaders didn't, or if those lap cars couldn't keep pace with the amount of damage they had.
Yeah, they're extremely slow. Maybe they came down pit road just to fix some damage and try to reach minimum speed, but yeah, I don't know. That is, because that was like half or about a quarter of the field.
All the way down on the inside, it was a 25. He's for position number 10. Around goes the 3 into the 27. They save it. My goodness. The 27 and 3 almost got together with the 14. And that almost was big. And now the caution does come out. Oh, and right back straightaway. The 54 got into Ben Navarro in the 10. Pit road is closed as they come to the start finish, and wrecking again is the 12 and the 39. We'll have to see now what brings out that caution flag. Whether or not it was indeed a 3. But first, Cole McElmoyle back on pit road. So it could be a very interesting strategy race as the 44 ducks to the surface of pit lane. That will relegate Sam Blaney back to second. 88 will have the race lead on this restart. Well, let's take a look as they get through. 61 having to wait for the entire field to pass before he can exit. Actually, the 44 runs into the back of Cole McElmoyle, and on pit road, the 44 almost got beat off by the 24. Now the 13 gonna come to pit road the second time by as a lap car. Let's see what brings out this yellow flag. 4th yellow of the day. Lap number 57. So here's the point of caution. So we're going to take a look and see what brings out the caution flag. Oh, it's a big wreck in turn 4. '27 slides up the racetrack, and we had just been talking about him. We looked away, and he gets loose in turn 3, collects the 24, and he just ends up stopping in front of the 14, and that's all she wrote for the 27. And the 26 nearly hit him. So now the lap car is going to line up on the inside. The 8 and 10 come to the bottom. Lap 59 of 125. We'll see. I think this time all of the lappers able to get to where they need to go, and so we'll practically have a normal 2019 restart with the exception of the last 5 rows. A bunch of lap cars on the inside thanks to the problems they had on the last caution. We'll see how this affects the race leaders. And pretty much everybody on the lead lap, they're 3 wide. The 8 and the 10 side by side, that is all the way down for the 18th position. And the number 88 is the race leader. But those side by side battles with lap cars definitely going to start playing a factor into how this race ends for the leaders. Cars all over the racetrack. And the 77 nearly got in, a coaster enthusiast there. And now the 77 almost got off by the 54. But they managed to keep it green. Lap 62.
I gotta head out gamer, I'll see you later.
Well, I'll see ya. Down the back straightaway. Now, the 88 just can't get around the 8 car B&P on the top. That's gonna send him backwards. 22 is Sam Blaney, is not all that far behind. Field continuing to try and make their way, and now we have a caution. I think it's this 19. Let's see who comes to pit road under this yellow flag. They'll catch the pace car. There's the 88 race leader. Everybody chooses to stay on the racetrack. So now let's see what brings out the caution. The 19 does. It's that same issue that we've been talking about all night long. Gets off into turn number 3 and he loses, or turn number 1 and he just loses it. Car doesn't turn, gets a bit of damage on the 18. That's all that happens in that caution flag. We've seen it time and time again. What can happen when the car gets loose like that? We'll see if it happens to any of our race leaders. 88 of Winterwolf out front here. Actually, as a matter of fact, we have just passed the halfway point. That was lap 64. So we are halfway through this race at this time. About ready to go for another restart. Running order right now is the 8822, and then lap cars all the way back to the 54, 54 third, and then a lap car, 25, 39, and then 12, 78, 40, 14, 2, 44, then 9, 61, 24, 4, 27, 3, 18, and then the 10 who actually got his lap back, and the 8 who also got his lap back. So the 8 and the 10 getting back onto the lead lap here. So don't count them out of this race. Lining up on the inside will be Carlos Tavares, Max Weisner, Flashy McFlashy, Payson Avery, Emily Winters, Brandon Delpino, James Engelman, Matt Quinn, Sharon Kyle, and Matt Nile. All of those guys a lap down. Pace car making the sharp left turn to pit road, and we'll be back underway. All 30 cars that started this race still running as of right now. 88 set sail off into turn number 1, and he's cleared the race leaders for the time being. However, a lot of lap traffic to be dealt with from second on back. Coaster wants to get around this 22. Can't quite do so as they head off into turns 3 and 4. Still side by side, the 15 and the 22. 15 a lap down, and now Coaster gets to the inside on that 22 car, and Coaster will take 2 away. And then as they come by, the road will open as we are under green flag conditions. 13 sliding up the racetrack. Now they were almost 4 wide there. Contact between the 78 and the 39. That is the battle for 5th. 4th now, actually. They come to the stripe. No, 5th. The 54 and the 22 both got passed by the 25. Under green flag condition. Now a lot of lap cars lay between the 88 and that number 22. So the 88 of Winter, and problems! Hard into the wall! The 99 gets involved! The 8 and 2 both hit the outside wall, and the 99's gonna have to tow it for back under caution. All of these cars at the back will make it to the caution flag under green, but the 54 are gonna take it down pit road early. And the 27 wrecks off into turn number 1. And he could lose some time. Everybody stays on the racetrack. Winter Wolf, your race leader. Now let's take a look at this 5 going around. And he got turned in turn 3 after the caution had come, or he lost it in 3 after he had already brought the caution out. So big problems for this number 5 car. And just it looks like the 15 took the air off him. He loses it, and then the 99 just plows into him, nowhere to go. The 19 gets involved, the 24 is in it, 2 and 8 pieces of it, as does the 78, who clearly not too pleased with how that went, and he sails it in underneath the 5, takes the air off him again, 5 loses it. Turn 3. So, after that caution flag, the only car out of this race will, so far, is the 99. Winterwolf, the race leader, will see if he's able to finish with the race lead. We shall see, we shall see. P2, and actually after that, the big problems, championship implications even. The 54 of Coaster Enthusiast does not finish this race. He is shown as officially retired from the running of the STP 500. That is big news for the 15 of Emily Winters, who now has to finish in good running position. She's the first car 1 lap down and will restart first out of lap traffic. And that could be huge if she's able to get up towards the front of this field late in this thing and take points away from Coaster and take the race, the points lead out of this. So big championship implications. She'll line up third actually. But still up somewhat towards the front. All she has to do now really is finish it. She's currently in position 19. I don't think that would be enough to pick up the points she needs. But if she manages to outlast a lot of these caution flags and wrecks, then she could possibly have a shot at the championship points lead. Interior race leader off down into turn number 1. Now the point of contention becomes the 15 car. And now caution's already out. They wrecked it on the restart. It looks to be the 10 of Light Gummy. Indeed it is. Same issue, going off into turn 1. Hits the outside wall, comes back down. He's got a car on his inside. He tries to keep it off of the 5 and he just ends up losing it. Into the outside wall, everybody gets by, and that's what she wrote for the caution flag. Now a big issue. 13 having an issue, or at least he's waiting for cars ahead of him to get around. Now he'll get up to speed. 15 still running strong, and that car looks surprisingly clean for a Martinsville race. Right side damage is significant, but in the later goings of this race, the 88 has shown a significant amount of speed, and I think at this point in the race, this 88 has likely led the most laps. He's been leading since around lap 64. That would be 20 laps led so far for him. Whatever, we feel getting all sorted out here, and right now, that 15 car still scores 19. But I have a feeling we're not done wrecking, and there may be more cars that retire from this race. A lot of battles, though, outside of the top 10 going on towards the back of the field. As we get into turn number 1, or come off of 4, we'll come by the start finish and be tutored this time. I guess this caution flag is a good time as any to remind fans of the Southwest NASCAR Series that there's also some more streaming action going on later tonight over on my YouTube channel, which is DNP_10. My channel should be the first thing that comes up when you search for me, but I haven't officially announced the streams yet, but there are 2 BHL games on tonight, starting off with the Hartford Whalers taking on the Shenandoah Scorch, and then the Indy Racers visiting the Hollywood Hat-Tricks for the second set of games this weekend. The Dodge Challenger Hellcat pace car gonna take it to pit road. Race leader is Winter Wolf. Second place is Sam Blaney. Winter will lead us to the green flag. We will get back on our way. And here we go. Once more from Martinsville Speedway. Oh, problems! The race leader gets turned! He launched it off into turn 1! Caution out from Martinsville! Who will race back to the line and be the leader? It's gonna be Sam! And getting their lap backs are the 1 and 7, and the 77, and possibly the 15. And around goes the 12 off the bumper, Cole McElmoyle, but the race leader loses it to bring out this caution flag. And it's the same issue. He goes off into turn 1, tries to clear the 7, and then he isn't. Tries to give him the space, and he just loses it. The 4 gets involved, and the 61 gets caught up. And a lot of cars making passes here. The 8's going to get around the 88, but neither of those 2 cars lose a lap. Once again, nobody coming to the service of pit lane. With the exception of the 2 of Vanswicki. But big issues for the 88. Only 2 cars came to pit road under this caution. And now we turn to points because the 88, who had been running well all day, he's down in 15th. Now his day might be coming to an end. And oh, by the way, the 15 is now going to be the second car on the inside lane on this restart. There's a chance that the 15 and 77 could get around this 22 for the race lead, and get their laps back and have a shot at winning this thing. Because we've seen a great race so far, but a lot of those cars that had been a lap down, like the 8 of DNP, for example, he's a lead lap car once again. A very damaged lead lap car nonetheless, but still, it's quite an interesting proposition for this 77 car and the 15, who now have a glimmer of hope at possibly being able to win this thing. Sam Blaney is the race leader now. He will be coming back to the green flag once more. Pace car making the left-hand turn to pit road. Currently, 18 cars scored on the lead lap, meaning that 10 cars are a lap down. We are back on our way here from Martinsville. 22, he doesn't clear the 77, but he's able to hold on to it through turn 1. And 3 wide now down the back straightaway. The 3 up the inside of the 39, and the 11, who also got his lap back. They work 1 and 2. Almost 4 wide, the 26 up the inside. He's a lap car, 3 down. There's almost contact there between the 39 and the 25, and now the 2's on pit road. Caution is out again. Or no, they're just on pit road. And the 77, 15, 10, 3, 42 have all gotten around that 22 car and gotten back onto this lead lap. And now here comes the 39 off of turn 2. He's gonna try and challenge the 22 for the race lead. 22 on old tires, on older tires anyway. Still green. Now the 39 had a look. There's contact with the 11. The 11 and 24 got together, but not able to make that work. Ad is there trying to get around this 22. Sam Blaney, leader from Martinsville. A lot of side-by-side action throughout this field. And now there's contact there, the 61 and 11. No caution. They're able to keep it facing forward. Lap 98. Off the wall, the 19 almost made contact with the 7. Up towards the front, the 39 just can't find a way around the 22 of Sam Blaney. And now we've got a car spinning. I think it might have been Mua's better, but there was no caution, so we won't be able to take a look. As this battle for the race lead continues to heat up between the 39 and the 22. It's right on board with that. He got a nose in there that time, but he wasn't able to get around the 22. He'll have another look here. The 22 up the racetrack. Ad's got the inside positioning. He'll take the lead away in 1 and 2. Sam Blaney gets outed by Ad. Lap 102. But will the 22 have something for the 39? He'll get to the inside. He won't be able to make it work. The 39, the race leader, Sam Blaney, looking again. But caution had come out. Pit road was open that time by. Nobody took the advantage of coming to pit service. So we're under caution again. Let's see what brings out that caution flag. The 61 of Cole McElmoyle. Same issue. It's been the same talking point all race long. Cars getting loose into turn one. We saw it. We've seen it from lap cars, and we've seen it from the race leaders. I don't think anyone is safe at this point. And then coming back to the caution flag, a lot of cars got their lap back because the 39 was the race leader. Most notably though, 15 of Emily Winters back onto the lead lap. Ad will be the race leader. P2 belongs to Sam Blaney. And now we'll have to see how much of this race gets led by the 39 in the late runnings, in the late stages of this one. Several different cars have led laps tonight. We'll have to see how it goes. Sam Blaney has led it on at least 3 separate occasions. We know he's strong. He was our pole sitter. But we'll have to see if that 22 is going to be able to get the job done when it counts. 17 cars on the lead lap. 28 still running. 11 are a lap down, but the 15 definitely having the run she wanted to, or at least wants to, if she's going to win this race. Coming back to the green flag. And we're back on our way. The 39 off down into turn 1. Can't clear the 10, but it'll clear him down the back straightaway. And the 22 falling back. A lot of lap cars getting around that 22 car. The 14, now he's gonna make it 3 wide. Off into turn 1. 14 takes P2 away. Ryan Boyer now up to second. And a lot of lap cars between him and race leader Ad. 110 of 125. Ad. And now he'll be forced to the outside as Light Yagami's going to challenge him for his lap back. Yagami slid up. The 39 couldn't clear him. The 10 on the inside. He'll take that lap back. And now the 26 in the outside wall. The 42 got involved. No caution. And that opens the door for the 14. Because here comes Ryan Boyer. 2 wide behind him. He's trying to get out to race leader Ad. And he's got no lap cars between him. But now the 42 gonna take away the preferred lane. The 14, he can't quite clear him. Now he does. Here comes Ryan Boyer. 112 of 125. Can he track down the race leader? The 42 once again gets to his inside. He's having to do battle more with this lap car, and it's not helping him get up to race leader Ad. The 14 gets the outside wall. And now we're back in our caution once again. And the 42 gets turned around under the yellow. Let's see what brought it out. The 22 and the 18 get together on the backstretch. Now the 22 at this point had already been relegated back to position number 11. And the 18, this 18 car of Adrian Mobley, he's position number 10. So they were side by side for position. The 12 puts the 18 in the outside, or the 22 puts the 18 in the outside wall. The 18 keeps his foot in it, and he ends up turning the 22 Blaney around. And just like that, the 15 picks up some free spots. The 11, he's gonna squeak through this one. And then the 42, who was a lap car, gets turned by the 24 under the caution. Now he has to send it up a little bit further. No, that was the 19. Needs to get around the 24, but he just doesn't seem to be able to. So this could hold up the lap cars. This right here. Actually, the 19 is a lap car. Now he'll get caught up. But the 39, your race leader, P2, is going to be this number 14. And we'll see what Brian Boyer can do in a restart. Could Brian Boyer get his second win of the season, or will Ad get it? Right now, only 2 drivers have 2 wins this season, and that's the 54 of Coaster Enthusiast and the 18 of Adrian Mobley. But with the way this race has gone, it's gonna be interesting. 15. Where is Emily Winters? She has clawed her way back into this race. She's in 15. She's in 11th. And that is not what Coaster wants to see. Because first place gets 185, second gets 170, third gets 165, fourth gets 160. First 185, second 170, third 165, fourth 160, fifth 155, sixth is 150, seventh is 146, eighth is 142, ninth is 138, and 10th, which is where this 15 is running, would earn her a 134 points. Right now, the 54 only gains 73. Since they're only separated by 119, 134 minus 73. 15 would be gaining 63. 70. The 15 would be gaining 61 points on that 54 car. It wouldn't be enough to turn the tides, but it would definitely be enough to close the gap just that little bit more. Emily Winters trying to chase down that 54 Coaster Enthusiast as it gets closer and closer to Homestead, where the points leaders will be battling it out for championship. The other good news for that 15 car is that she's 3 laps ahead of 5 of Casey Avery. Green flag is back in the air, we're backing away. 14, and he's just barely not going to be able to get the inside positioning on the 42. But the 39 going to have to deal with 42 on his inside in these coming laps. Ad pulls away on the restart. He'll have the lead for now. And the 15's on pit road. pit stop for the 15, and that just screwed her points day over. Because this race continues under green flag conditions. The 5 is in the outside wall. Caution comes back out. The 15, and she does keep the lead lap status. The 39 makes it to the start finish. The thing is, though, they don't keep the race leaders off of pit road. So they will, the 15 does fall back a lap down. And that hurts because now she's relegated back to 24th. But the battle for the race lead now sees 3 cars in between the race leader and Ad. We'll have to see if this race gets back under green, because we may have hit that point of no return. And this race might be over. That was a poor decision on the number 15. 5 just loses it again. Same issue that we've seen all race long. Actually, there was something else that happened on the front stretch here. A lot of cars came down pit road under the caution. We'll have to see where that sorts everybody out. But for right now, 15 gets turned, but up here, something else. 12 loses it off of 4, and the 8 gets turned completely around. A 10 with big damage. And let's see who comes to pit road. '39 staying on the racetrack. 78 and 15 obviously staying out. The 61 comes to pit road, as will the 10. This race is over. Did they get one more green flag lap? No, they did not. So Ad comes off of turn number 4. And under caution, Ad wins here from Martinsville for win number 2 on the season for him. So congratulations to the 39 for winning this race. But we'll have to see where everything gets sorted out in the points. 15 does gain, but not much. Leader was Ad, Ryan Boyer 2nd, George Riordan 3rd, Chris Canavan 4th, Robot Spider in 5th, Parker 6th, Garrett Shimas 7th, Cole McElmoyle 8th, Ben Navarro 9th, Sam Blaney 10th, Reaper of Hope 11th, Ben Pierce 12th, Adrian Mobley 13th, Winterwell 14th, News Better 15th, Ian P10 16th, 17th Matt Vanswick 18th, is Matt Wynn 19th, Max Weiser 20th, Assuran Kyle, Brian Anders 21st, 22nd Carlos Tavares, 23rd Flashy McClashy, 24th Greninja Talonflame, 25th Emily Winters, 26th Brandon Delpino, 27th Matt Nile, 28th Payson Avery, and 29th Coaster Enthusiast, and 30th James Youngerman. So thank you for tuning in to this race. So congratulations to the 39 for winning this race. We'll see you guys in the next one for the Honda Indy Toronto race from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Until then, I've been DNP. Alongside me was Cole McElmoyle. You've been watching Southwest NASCAR Series racing from Martinsville. We'll see you in the next one. Take care, everybody.